Hey YouTube world, I am back with another video today. I've got a quick unboxing. As you can see, I got something from Fendi that I purchased at the Woodbury outlet when I was visiting, and I had some downtime after client meetings to swing by and see what they have at the stores there. So I'll take you through a series of blogs and then a couple pictures that I insert of mod shots of what I tried on. And then really show you what my thoughts on Woodbury Commons, because I have been going to Woodbury Commons every chance I get, and I do cover the state of New York for the past 7-8 years. So I do quite not like super often, but at least once or twice a year have been going to the Woodbury Commons just to see what haul I can get and what deals I can get from all of these unique designer stores that aren't available just anywhere. I think the other one that is like a full-blown designer outlet is in California. So it's nice to have one on the East Coast as well. So I'll kind of just jump right into it. Again, letting you know my thoughts of what I see at Woodbury Common and how it has changed over the years. Is it really worth it? Is it worth for you to make a trip all the way out to not just New York City, but it is an hour drive, an hour and a half, depending on traffic, for you to get all the way out to Woodbury. And I know there's shuttles and whatnot. So stay tuned, take a look at my vlog and see what your thoughts on, and then I'll unbox this right after all of the blogs and take a look at what I got, and of course finish up with my thoughts on what Woodbury Common is. It really actually worth for you to make that trip there? So just jumping right into it. It was nice to be there on a weekday because it was pretty much completely empty, but it was raining, so I basically just got rained on and my hair was just a complete train wreck, but that was fun. Here is the Celine store, and you can see the lineup of bags that they have. Most of it is from the older collection, and here they only had 3 classic box bags, and I think it was listed at $2,300. These are the more modern or latest season ones, totes, canvas, and I think they were listed for like $1,500 or $1,700. Nothing spectacular in my opinion. Then you've got these bucket bags, and they were a little bit pricey in my opinion for $2,500. Then I head on over to Bottega, and you can see a lot of odd pieces in my opinion, and they were not cheap at all. I didn't spend too much time there as nothing really caught my eye. And then you can see all of these different shoes. I want to say they were mostly smaller sizes and maybe just 20-30% off. So it's not like, hey, it's a good steal or anything. I head on over to the Valentino outlet, which had pretty nice stuff, but the shoulder bags were listed for $1,850, which I think is a decent deal. And then the rock studs were, I think, about $1,800, I want to say. I can't recall, but these are pretty cute, and I think they are still being sold in stores. It's nice that they have the neutral colors instead of like some lime green color. And then same thing over here, they had a lot of the rock studs. It's winter season, I believe, so it's not going to be the summer colors. This one I thought was really adorable. It's a cute little hobo bag. I moved on over to the shoes to take a look at what they have, and I think they were not priced very well, in my opinion. I like this one in particular because it's got the Valentino logo on there, but it's not super in your face, and you can see the price is about 40% off of the regular price, but again, their sizes were very limited. Then I made my way over to Saks Off Fifth. I heard they were doing a pretty good shoe deal. I think it was like 80% off, and nothing really interests me. It was mostly like Stuart Weitzmans and like they had Christian Louboutins, but they were like outrageously priced. Maybe it was like 10% off of the regular price. And their sizes were kind of crazy too. Moving on, they had a section to the left, as you can see there, the Louis Vuitton pre-loved prices. They were asking for that multicolored one. It's like $1,500. That's kind of crazy. Then you see the Marmont bags, which again, like the camera bag, they were asking for $1,500. That's just crazy. So here I am at the Fendi store, which I want to say I spent the most time taking a look because they just had a restock. Uh, Sorry for my camera skills, but here is a really cute hobo bag. Although I'm not really into hobo bags, I thought it was a really interesting design. Then you've got this shoulder bag that was an accordion style. It was a pretty heavy bag, and this one was listed at $13.40, so it was pretty decently priced. And here's a mod shot of me wearing it real quick. And then here is the other hobo baguette looking like bag in a different, it's in fabric as opposed to leather, so that was kind of cute. Here's the rest of the store. They had a lot of bags that were like their shopping bags, so I thought that was kind of interesting. And these are adorable. I don't know what you can fit in there. I think they had a price at like $800, I want to say, but it's super cute. But what can you fit in there? I don't know. So here are some sunglasses that were priced really well. It ranged from $200 to about $240, and then they also had a sale section where it was an extra 20% off. But these are the regular ones. So these were super cute. I thought they were unique, but they did not fit on my face whatsoever. This is a tiny little camera bag that is really cute. I think after the 20% off, it came to about $800, which is more than I want to spend because I feel like it doesn't fit that much. So I head on over to the men's section to check out their belts to see if there are any cute looking ones, and they actually were priced pretty well. They were about 50% off retail. So ranging around $250 to about $350. I didn't end up getting any, but they were cute. So here is the Chloe store, and this was a pretty big disappointment because all of these were like retail price pretty much. Here's the section of all the Woody totes, and I checked out their prices, which is like $1,100 or $1,200 for all of them. It's like full retail price. It's like, why would I purchase these Woody totes for retail price when I can go on 24S and, buy the same thing? Here is the Christian Dior store, and it was just sad in there. They didn't even have a lot of ready to wear. These are the only pieces that they had out on display. Then I spotted some belts, and I was like, ooh, I would been wanting a Christian Dior belt, and they were all like size 70. It's like, well, what is that gonna do? Wrap around my leg? They were priced really well at like $300, so that's like 50 or 60% off. And here is the Mulberry store, which I spent quite a bit of time checking out their collection, as they do have quite a number of pieces out here, and they've got some cute summer colors. I was actually eyeballing this particular section because they had the mini Alexas as well as the mini Bayswater. So they were pretty adorable. And all of these were, I think, about 50 to 60% off. They were doing an extra 17% for St. Patrick's Lucky Day. And here is me eyeballing this mini Bayswater. But it's like, do I really need another mini bag? But you always need more mini bags. Here's a mod shot of me with a mini bag. Again, for reference, I am 5'8", so if you're interested in this bag, it came out after discount, I want to say about $550, which I know they're listed at close to $1,000, if not a little over $1,000. And here is on the shoulder with the strap. I also stopped by the Loewe store. I was trying to check out some of their sneakers, but they didn't have any of my sizes. I also saw the basket bag that I really wanted, but they were, again, close to retail. So I was looking around the Japanese market to see what I can find and probably get it at like 50, 60% off. So This is the medium size, I want to say, and it's super adorable, especially for the summer. I feel like having a basket bag is a staple for your summer wardrobe. I also checked out the Belmont store, and they actually had quite a lot of ready to wear, which is what they're known for. I thought about getting myself a blazer. It's just like, do I really need to spend $800 on a blazer? Lastly, I checked out the Theory store, which again, this Theory store is the largest in the nation. So they were pretty well stocked, and they were doing 60% off of these racks here, which you can get a full-blown suit for like $300. And it's another 25% off of the 60. So that's a great deal. I have plenty of Theory suits, which I tend to like to wear during the summer months because I do get thinner suits, so they are a great option if you're looking for business wear. Then we stopped by a Japanese/Korean barbecue place, and they had this.
Well, she sent one today, and I said, "What's your reading?"
Here is me doing a Wagyu sushi boomerang with my friend. Here is downtown where it's snowing, but we're supposed to like get Armageddon snow, but it ended up not even sticking to the ground, so everybody panicked for no reason. And here is my outfit for the day. I wore the same jacket for 2 days straight, which, was perfect because it was 40 degrees and it wasn't that cold at all. Quick view as I power walked through Midtown and by the Rockefeller Center as I was heading to get food, which is this new place called Urban Hawker, where it's kind of like a dupe of Singapore's food court, where you can get a lot of really delicious food. I actually grabbed it to go so that I could eat it at the airport. So definitely check it out if you haven't done so already. And then I am on my way to the airport as I drove through Times Square. So that was fun. So as you can see, this is the only item that I purchased from Woodbury Commons. I actually emptied my entire suitcase and made sure that I had very little things to bring with me for my work trip. So I have room to bring back whatever I purchase. Usually I get really good hauls, and this time I only came back with this. A pair of sunglasses. And funny story, I was an idiot. I was so hungry because I didn't eat since like 6 in the morning because I had an early flight. So by the time it was like, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I was starving, and I stopped by food courts, smashed a bunch of food, and got really happy and decided to leave this behind at a store. And I walked my merry way out and then realized, where's my bag? My hands are empty, right? So I sprinted back to the food court, and I was like frantically looking for my sunglasses. And good thing the cleaning lady saw me frantically looking around, and she like waved me down. It's like, yeah, you left this. So thank goodness. So yeah, this is a pair of sunglasses. I don't have any, I'm obsessed with sunglasses, and I don't have any Fendi sunglasses. So I thought this was a perfect opportunity for me to get a really cute pair of sunglasses that is kind of flashy, but it's also not super flashy. So I have a really low nose bridge. For me to buy European sunglasses is always a journey and a challenge because nothing ever sits right on my face. And I have a massive head and a wider face, I guess. So that's another challenge. So for me to find a pair of sunglasses that works and of course at a discounted price, it's always a win for me. So these are... Look at my receipt here. So these are called the Baguette AC sunglasses if you are interested. And I'll find a link online to see if they're still for sale, and I'll link it down below if you're interested. But I got this for $200. Yeah, and then after sales tax, it was like $216. So I think that is a steal for a pair of sunnies from Fendi, and it's got a really cute logo, which is I think why they call it the Baguette sunglasses. And these are metal, and they are definitely made in Italy. So it sits pretty nicely on my ears, and these I'm sure are adjustable. You can just take it to any sunglasses place or any eyeglasses shop that will happily fix and adjust it to your face. But overall, it fits really nice. So I still have the tag on there, and the lady tried to give me a hard case, which I didn't mind. It was very simple. There's a tiny little Fendi logo on there, but it was all scratched up. I'm like, well, do you have a different one? Because this one's pretty beat up. She only had 2 left, and she said, otherwise, it's these soft cases, which it's much prettier. And the last time I had one of these was with Celine. I also got my mom a pair of Saint Laurents. They also had one of these fluffy pouches, and I don't know why she did this, but she decided to throw it in her luggage. It got smashed up. Well, not smashed up, but it got dented or deformed. So it didn't sit right on her face. So that's the thing about these soft pouches. You have to take care of it, and it's not as protective as a hard case would be. So I was like, well, can you give me both? Since the other one was, I'm gonna ask, right? So she said, no, we only have a limited amount. So I ended up deciding going with the soft pouch because it's much cuter, and she was trying to sell me on it, saying this one's better because you can actually hook this onto your purse and whatnot. Overall, this is a much cuter case. The other one seems pretty plain, and it was kind of bulky. So I figured, if I wanted to have a hard case and something more protective, I'll just put it in one of my 50 other hard case shells and toss it into the luggage or whatever. So yeah, this is my only haul. So final thoughts on Woodbury Commons. So needless to say, I was very disappointed. I want to say the past 2 or 3 trips that I've been to Woodbury, you can see Christian Dior. It was completely empty, right? And then the Chloe one, I ranted about this early in my video. They were selling a lot of those pieces for full price. I mean, the Woody totes, they are all like these seasonal, very non-traditional colors or classic colors, and they were selling for full price or at least close to full price, which you can obviously, like for Woody totes, they're always going on sales, right? You can go to 24s.com, and 24s is doing a 20% off right now. So, and then some of the Woody pieces are marked down, and I think the 20% does work for those. It comes out to be like $700 or $800. Why would I pay, $11.90 for a Woody tote plus tax, which basically is like, full price, right? So why would I do that? Over the years, I've seen Woodbury. The first time I ever was there, I went ham and bought so much stuff. I remember getting a pair of Bottega flats, which I'll insert a photo here. It was $99, right? Now you go to Bottega, every pair of shoes in there was like $500 or $600, and most of them are out of sizes. I also remember buying, just like I want to say 2-3 years ago, not even, I bought a really nice Mulberry coat, and it was $225. It was made in Italy. The original retail price was like $1,200. And I'll insert a photo of that too, because I don't have one of me wearing it, but it was a gorgeous coat. When I went into Mulberry, it seemed pretty well stocked in there, but it was not as well stocked as it used to be. So the supply chain issues, inflation, and all of that, I think all factors into what Mulberry is getting. And just so you know, Mulberry, if you do like Mulberry's outlet in Woodbury is the only one that is left in the country. So that's kind of why I think they have a lot of stock, or more than the other outlets that is in Woodbury, is because every single off-season or last season pieces are all being funneled to the Mulberry and Woodbury because it is the last one. The other one that they had was in California, and that one actually shut down. So I asked the sales associate, is there a possibility that this one is going to shut down as well? They said, absolutely not, but who knows, right? So going back to my original question, if you go to New York and you go to New York City, is it worth it to go to Woodbury Commons anymore? In my opinion, I don't. If it's not too much work, go for it if you've never been there. But for me, it leaves a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth because I made it all the way out there and it seems like there's nothing in stocks and the prices are not as good as it used to be. It's still a fun experience, but I also went on a weekday, so I basically zipped through everything in like I want to say an hour and a half that all the places I wanted to go to. But if you go there on a weekend, and a lot of these places do make you line up to go in and just to look at everything, that is completely not worth it when they don't even have the stock for you to look at. And the prices aren't as good as it used to be. So bottom line, completely up to you. Make the trip, but see if you can do it on a weekday as opposed to a weekend. But I probably won't be visiting Woodbury for a while. I did one pro tip. I did, if you do go, grab sales associates cards. Everybody was incredibly nice. Grab their cards and work with the essays there. So instead of you actually going in there in person, ask to be on their newsletter, ask to, call them to see if there's any particular pieces that you wanna put your name down for or whatever. They're all, I think the sales associate feels it too because they don't have anything to sell. And a lot of them are on commission, so they are trying really hard to make sure that they make commission at the end of the day. So hopefully you enjoyed the quick vlog, and then at the end, of course, showing you New York City briefly while I was there for work, some of the food that I ate. And I hope this helps. Like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. I want to cover topics that will help you adult easier. Life is hard. I want to help you save time and money so that you can live your best life and less than retail. See you next time.